Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. My name is Sarah. I'm the Health and Fitness Specialist in McLean, Virginia, and today I'm going to be taking you through a quick 15-minute workout of the day. But before we get into that, we are halfway through the month, and so I hope you guys have had the opportunity to join our Passport to Wellness Challenge, or at least participate in a couple of our group exercise classes on campus. Both in Bedford and in McLean. It's been a super fun month so far, so I hope we continue to get some engagement with you guys and enjoy the remainder of our month of August. So for today's workout, we are going to need about a moderate to challenging weight because we are doing a little bit more simple movements. So we're going to go ahead and get warmed up and get started. So for our warm-up, we're just going to do some cycle breathing. We are a little bit tilted down, which I don't enjoy. So we're gonna see if we can angle it up a little bit. Okay, try that. So for cycle breathing, we're going to get a nice good bend in the knees. Arms are gonna start at the chest, and we're going to really engaging our breaths and our core as we're raising up, using our knees to activate our legs a little bit, going into this forward fold slightly, inhaling, exhaling, one more. And then from here, we're going to go into a forward fold with letting our arms and our head hang really heavy. So our hands are going to come together. Our feet are going to walk outside of hip distance here, a little bit wider. We're going to hinge at the hips and just stretch out the back of our hamstrings. Allow the arms and the head to hang heavy. Bring those hands together and kind of push towards the floor to get a nice stretch in our upper back. Hang out here for about 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, let's see what we have next. So up next we have a lateral lunge. So our feet are going to stay in this wider position here. We're going to just sink side to side, trying to open up those hips slightly, get those quads nice and engaged, our calves nice and opened up, our hips nice and opened up. So we are prepared to move in to these movements today. We're a little bit short on time. We only have 15 minutes for this workout. So we want to make sure that we are moving efficiently while also making sure our form is correct so that we are getting the most out of our workout. Okay, so let's grab our weights of choice. So today, we're using these. So for our first exercise, we're only going to need one weight. We're going to do goblet hold squats, okay? So we're going to hold the weight in our hand as such. If you want this to be a little bit more challenging, you can increase the weight, or instead of doing a goblet hold, you can load up on the shoulders to have more of a front squat feel. But for today, we're just going to be doing this goblet squat. So feet under our hips. You can externally rotate the toes slightly, but other than that, stay pretty narrow. And without leaning super far forward like this, we're going to drop into a squat. So for example, we're going to stick the butt out like we're going to sit in a chair, Get some nice depth there. We're going for 10 reps here. Going nice and slow, really activating the muscles in our quads. We got 4 more here, okay? And last one. Awesome job. So when you come up in your squat, you really want to make sure that you're not doing a nice pelvic tuck. When you come up, you don't want to really extend through the hips when you come up from your squat. You want to keep a nice neutral pelvis and try to keep everything in line, because if you tilt forward, you tend to put a little extra strain on your low back. So keep it just nice and neutral in that squat, okay? Grab your other weight, because next we're going to move into our dumbbell RDLs. So we're going to have a nice soft bend in the knees. They're going to be under our hips, under our shoulders, shoulder width apart. Soft bend in the knees, like you should be able to bounce without your knees getting locked out, okay? So there's locked out, here's a nice soft bend, okay? Back is going to be nice and straight. Shoulders are down and back. Arms can go in front of us, and they're going to travel down our quads into our mid-shin, right below our knees, as we're in this position here. And we're going to use those hamstrings and our glutes to propel us back up to complete this RDL motion. We're going to hinge at the hips like we're trying to touch the wall behind us, and like we have our hips moving in a straight line, okay? So the weight should fall right below our knees, travel along the quads for 10. Keeping that back nice and straight. It's going to be really hard not to roll over like this, so make sure that we are trying our best to keep a nice neutral spine as we move through this motion here. Give me 2 more. And last one. Good. Awesome job, you guys. I know my hamstrings are getting real fired up, so I hope you're with me there. All right, so I'm gonna drop down in weight slightly just because my arms are slightly weaker than my legs. And we're going to do a single arm dumbbell row with a tricep kickback, okay? So what that's gonna look like is you're gonna be almost in this RDL position again. So weight is gonna fall in front of us. I wonder if it's better to show you this way. Yep. So you can stagger the feet slightly or have it lined up. We're going to have the arm out in front of us. We're going to draw back into this row, really squeezing the shoulder blades, and then kick back into the tricep, return, and return. Okay, so nice slow controlled movement here. We're going for 10 reps on each arm, starting now. Okay, so I like to stagger my feet to kind of give it more of a 3-point row feel. Also give me a little bit more stability without having to focus too much on my balance, okay? So I'm gonna have the weight out in front of me, draw back, kick back, return, return. Going for 10 here. Give me one more good one. Draw back, kick back, and return. Awesome job. All right, we're switching arms, switching sides. Same thing. I like to start at the feet. Arms coming out in front of us. Draw back. For 10. You guys are doing great. Make sure that we are really isolating each movement, okay? And return and relax. All right, awesome job, you guys. So, exercise number 4 is going to be a bicep curl. So, there's a couple different ways that we can do a bicep curl. How I'm going to have you do it today is palms facing the sky. If that is too intense for you, you can do a hammer curl, which is thumbs facing up, palms facing each other. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can come out into this 45-degree angle here and work in this range of motion here, instead of being tucked close or tucked close, okay? So grab those weights again. And we're gonna head into palms facing up for 10. Slow and controlled on the way down. Really using the weights to give us some resistance. Fight against it. For 2 more, okay? All right. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and relax. Okay, so those are our 4 basic movements. We have 3 minutes left, so we're gonna get into a nice little cool down. With that workout I just showed you, you can repeat that as many times as tolerable. I would recommend 2 to 3 rounds of all exercises if you have time. If not, just continue with how we've done it today with a nice warm-up, 1 round of each exercise, and then a nice cool down, okay? So we're gonna head into our cool down, which is gonna really stretch our upper body using a wall, and we're going to start with a bicep stretch, okay? So with the bicep stretch, we're gonna place our hand on the wall, and we're gonna rotate it 180 degrees, okay? So it's gonna look something like that. So now the palm is sitting on top, fingers are pointing towards the ground, okay? So we're going to set up here, and then we're gonna rotate away from the wall. Get a nice good stretch in that forearm, the bicep, part of the deltoid. Hold that for 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, slowly return back. Same thing here. Walk the hand back now and allow the body to rotate kind of towards this wall, if not rotate open towards this wall. And we're gonna get a nice good stretch across the front of the chest. For 3, 2, 1, relax, slowly come on out of there. Now switching hands, so we're gonna have the left hand placed on the wall, flip it 180 degrees, and step away. Feel that nice stretch across the forearm and the bicep. For 3, 2, 1, I walk that hand back. Get a nice good stretch in the pec here. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. So if you need a little bit of support for this next one, you can put your hand on the wall, but we're going to do a standing quad stretch, okay? So grab the arch of your foot with the same hand. We're gonna hold here for 10 seconds apiece. And 3, 2, 1. Same with the right leg. Woo. I'm going to hold on with this leg. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, so moving on to our calves. We're just gonna do a nice runner stretch. So push that back heel into the ground. And then we're gonna add a small bend in that knee to really hit our Achilles and our soleus, which is underneath the main muscle of our calf here, okay? This is often really neglected, but is also a very overworked muscle. So take some time to get this nice and stretched out. It might take you a minute to get a feel for what it's supposed to feel like or how to set it up. But instead of being so far stretched out here, bring that foot a little bit closer and have the weight go through your back foot, okay? And we'll go ahead and switch. So stepping back slightly, getting that nice stretch here in the gastric, and then bending the knee to get a nice stretch across our soleus. Four, 3, 2, 1, relax. All right, you guys, that is it for our workout of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. It was really quick. But yeah, so I hope you can get through at least one round of those exercises, if not 2. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow for a banded strength and mobility session, and I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye.